All right, guys, it's that time of the week again. New Wednesday, new comics. It's the New Release Wednesday show. I am Patrick Michael Strange, your host for the New Release Wednesday show, and this is your NRW for June 17th, 2015. We got a lot of books coming out, but before we get into it, I just want to show you what I'm sporting right now. I'm representing New York, and I'm representing with my Punisher t-shirt on because I am super excited. Netflix came out with an announcement along with Marvel that we are getting the Punisher in season 2, and it will be played by John Bernthal off of The Walking Dead, and I'm super excited about that. So I just had to put that out there. I can't wait. Netflix season 2 of Daredevil. I'm gonna be tuning in. All right, guys. For this week, we are again bringing our new segment called "In Case You Missed It," and we're gonna have Todd Emko talking about A Piggy's Tale. And I have for my guest this week Belle Bredehoft, that you know of Belle's Bredehoft Crazy Cosplay. She's an awesome cosplayer and a good friend, and another cosplaying friend of mine who also is a writer for Pop Culture Uncovered. Her name is Ashley Mills. We're gonna be partying up right after this with "In Case You Missed It" with Todd Emko. Here we go.
Hi, this is Todd Emko with A Piggy's Tale, and in case you missed it, A Piggy's Tale has issues number 1, 2, and 3 out, and we are almost finished with issue number 4. Check us out at piggytale.com, PIGGYTALE.com, and check us out on all our social media links there as well. And you'll see us not only online and in the comic book stores, but soon around the world. You're going to be able to see us through the United Nations and UNICEF, through Comics Uniting Nations. Check us out, the Kickstarter for Comics Uniting Nations, and help us reach all around the world.
Hi guys, I'm Ashley Mills, and here are my picks for New Release Wednesday. My first pick is Martian Manhunter #1, and that is by Rob Williams and Eddie Barrow. And this is basically an issue about a whole bunch of shape-shifting Martians coming to Earth and just wrecking things, and explosions everywhere, and all kinds of Independence Day kind of nonsense, and John Jones is the only person who can stop them. So he's fighting people who are very much like him. So it's going to be really cool, and I'm really looking forward to it. My second pick is Swords of Sorrow, and this is the DEJAH THORIS IRENE ADLER version from Dynamite Entertainment, and that is from Leah Moore and Francisco Manna. And the Swords of Sorrows, it's a whole bunch of books. Gail Simone is involved, and it's really, really cool. I read the first 2 from Gail Simone, and she handpicked Leah Moore to help write these stories. And it's basically, think of every awesome female character. You've got Red Sonja, you've got Vampirella, and you've got in other comics, you've got a female version of Kato, and all kinds of these, badass women, and they're given these swords, and sort of they have to go and these obviously from the title, Swords of Sorrow, and they have to go out and basically save their realms, and it just crosses over a whole bunch of different realms, and this includes IRENE ADLER, who's obviously of Sherlock Holmes fame, and it's probably going to be really excellent, and I'm super excited for it. My third pick is Ms. Marvel #16. So I had to pick it. I'm a Jersey girl. She's a Jersey girl. It was love at first sight. Ms. Marvel has been a great series so far. She's really held her own. Camilla Khan, as being, she's different enough from Carol Danvers, and she's really sort of created her own story. And if you haven't been reading these, you really need to pick them up because they are really awesome. In #16, she's going to be facing a huge challenge, and as a little exciting tidbit, there will be a special guest that fans have supposedly been clamoring for. So really looking forward to that, and those are my 3 picks.
Hi, I'm Belle Bredehoft from Belle Bredehoft's Crazy Cosplay. I'm here on Patrick's request for new comic book release Wednesday. I actually just started reading comics hardcore about a year ago. That was actually about the time I first stepped into a comic book store. So I'm doing a lot of catch up. So my first pick is ZATANNA and Black Canary, BLOODSPELLs. It's their combined book of all their comics so that I can catch up on their storyline and how they play out together and figure out their characters a little bit better, since I actually haven't read much of those two characters. I felt this would be a great way to get those combined characters in one shot. My second pick is actually the THORS series #1. It's THORS #1 is a new release next Wednesday. I've been following the new Thor comic book series where Thor lost the power of the hammer and a female picked it up. So I'm kind of curious to see if she's in the THORS or what this THORS is all about, since I'm a huge fan of Thor in general. And my final pick is Deadpool's Secret Wars. I have actually been enjoying all the Secret War comics right now. I've read Planet Hulk Secret Wars, Infinity Gauntlet Secret Wars, and this is actually the second one of the Deadpool Secret Wars. The first one was hilarious. If you haven't read it, you really should go out and read it, and I'm so excited to see what happens in the second one. Don't want to reveal too much because there's a lot that happens in the first comic. So go out and try reading these comics.
All right, what's going on, y'all? This is Patrick, and these are my picks for the New Release Wednesday of June 17th, 2015. First up, I have Justice League of America #1 being written by Brian Hitch, and as well as being illustrated by Brian Hitch. Super excited about this book because I've always been a big JLA fan. I'm just like Avengers with Marvel. JLA is the premier team within the DC Comics universe. And having Brian Hitch that rocked the Ultimate Universe version of the Avengers doing an all JLA book, I can't wait to see it. From what I understand, with the premise on the first issue, there's a set of aliens that have invaded, and they claim to be a peaceful tribe, but things aren't always what they seem, folks. It's an extra size issue, and I just can't wait for it. Brian Hitch rocking what he kind of did with Ultimate Avengers on the Justice League of America. I'm sold. Next up is Black Canary #1 from DC Comics. It's being written by Brandon Fletcher with art by Annie Wu. Brendan, you know, off of Batgirl, Annie off of Hawkeye. We find Black Canary off on the road now. She's spent years as a vigilante soldier, and now she's rocking it out literally as part of a band. And when this band starts seeing some trouble, she will do all she can to protect these folks. So I'm really interested in that concept. I've always been a fan of Black Canary. I really feel that she hasn't got a lot of spotlight throughout the years. She's getting it now on Arrow, and as well as wanting to have more female characters, I want to see this do well as well. So Black Canary, really excited about it. The team sounds awesome. Brendan Fletcher, who you know off of Batgirl, so he knows female characters, and Annie Wu, who you know off of Hawkeye. Amazing art. It's going to be awesome. So I'm going through those quickly because my top pick, if you've been watching the show, if you've been following me on Twitter, Facebook, and all of that, I'm insanely in love with Mad Max Fury Road, and we are getting Mad Max Fury Road Furiosa #1 from DC Comics, where the writer-director of Fury Road, George Miller, is laying down the script on this, and we're getting the art from the amazing Tristan Jones and a cover from Tommy Lee Edwards. Super excited. I want to know what happened prior to Fury Road, and this is a lot of prelude story that we're getting from DC Comics, so hopefully we can now find out what happened to the arm, how she lost it, just all of that. I'm not going to give away too much. You should have already seen this by now, folks. You've heard me talk about this relentlessly. I love this film. You should check it out. So to break down my top 3 picks, I have Justice League of America #1. I then have Black Canary #1, and I have Mad Max Fury Road and Furiosa. All DC Comics titles, which is rare as well. You know, I'm generally an indie guy, and I chose all DC. But before I go, and it's my show, I have 2 more bonus picks. I have Prez #1 from DC Comics. What's up, DC Comics? Y'all are really putting all the stops out this week. It's about the first teenage president of the United States by the name of Beth Ross. Sounds super cool. I remember Prez, old title from back in the day where it was a young boy who became president. So I'm super excited how they've now flipped it with this young female who's now in this role. So it sounds really cool. And there's a title by Boom Studios called Fiction #1. And the selling point when I was reading the breakdown on this is if you're a fan of Lock and Key and Unwritten, you're going to want to check this book out. And I am a huge fan of Lock and Key. Essentially, the breakdown on this is a bunch of friends find these strange books, and when they read these books, they open it up, they get transported into the strange worlds that are contained within these books. And at one point when they went into this world, one of the kids got lost. And after that happened, they closed up the books and they never talked about it again. And so years after now, somebody else has gotten lost. And it now brings into now where the story is at now. So it sounds really interesting. I love the pedigree of the book. It's being written by Kurt Pierce with art from David Rubin. That's fiction #1 from Boom Studios and Prez #1 from DC Comics. Those are my picks for June 17th, 2015, y'all. I hope you check them out. I love comics. What's going on, people? That has been our episode for June 17th, 2015, New Release Wednesday. This is our outro where we kind of just shoot the S a little bit, talk about different stuff going on. I want to thank these girls, Belle and Ashley. We recently did this Black Widow flash mob that was staged in various cities across the U.S. and actually also in Australia. So went intercontinental in Canada. Pretty sweet. This lady right here, Belle, was actually our DC captain. And so I'm gonna let her talk a little bit about it. And then after that, you guys can check out some of the videos that we actually have on the page that we put together as well to promote the event. Pretty cool stuff. So, Ash,
yeah.
I mean, Belle.
Yeah, the We Want Widow movement was just to get our voices heard out in the interweb and the whole entire social media saying, hey, we want to see more of our female superheroes. And thank you all for supporting it. If you knew about it and supported it, we actually, it looks like we made a lot of progress.
There's a lot of press.
Marvel this week has actually announced that they're going to have a very female-focused line of Black Widow and female merchandise coming out for the Captain America Civil War. We don't know if it's about this, but it seems a little timely.
If we push that along, that's really cool. I didn't hear that announcement.
Yes.
Yeah,
we helped push that along.
That came out today.
It will be proven when we finally see it, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold my breath.
Yeah,
but Huffington, or no, it was Mary Sue covered it.
Mary Sue,
I think
Huffington Post, I want to say the U.S. Times, Entertainment Weekly covered it.
Big stuff.
Movie Plot covered it.
The Guardian.
Yes.
The Guardian covered it. We got a lot of big, just big names.
Just a lot of people promoted it, and the word got out there. You know, Black Widow is the catalyst, you know, because of the representation, the underrepresentation that happened after Avengers Age of Ultron in regards to the merchandising and the clothing. I know for myself, being a father of a 7-year-old, I was looking for that stuff. She wasn't on all the stuff. They had all the boy stuff. There's plenty of Cap and Thor and Hulk, but there wasn't very many Black Widows. So, you know, that's kind of pushed this movement along. But really, and Ashley spoke on it in regards to one of our promo videos for the movement, is this is just the beginning. You know, we need Gamora, we need Miss Marvel, we need Captain Marvel, we need Wonder Woman, we need Black Canary, we need all these female characters to be represented so our little girls, my little girl, can know she's a superhero. So we want Widow, kick it off. That still hashtag is trending. If we can still keep it going and just push this movement along,
yeah, because
we can fight like a girl. Girls are heroes.
It's actually working, because even Wonder Woman's now getting a whole line of stuff, merchandise for them. DC, I think, jumped on the bandwagon too. It's all becoming because they had the merchandise expo this week, so a lot of stuff came out of there.
Yeah, that Batman v Superman movie dropping, and you're introducing Wonder Woman in there. You might as well put it out there. You have people ready to give you your money. I'm ready to give you my money. So awesome stuff. Ashley also writes for Pop Culture Uncovered, and I want to highlight that so you can see some of her stuff there. And why don't you talk a little bit about some of that involvement as well? Anything you have coming up that you're working on, that you're reading or gonna write any reviews on?
Yeah, I will be.
Mad Max Fury Road. She's my go-to person when I talk about Mad Max Fury Road. I tag her and my man Jesse Fresco. We're very Mad Max.
I'm obsessed. We
see it tomorrow, Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, we're obsessed with Mad Max.
Yes.
Imperator Furiosa is basically the female character that I've been waiting my entire life for. And so I do plan on writing a little bit more about that for the site. It hasn't happened yet.
You know what I forgot to say? When I was building up, because Furiosa was my top pick, since Ripley, to me, the strongest females we've had on the cinema was Ripley in Aliens and Sarah Connor in Terminator. And now we have Furiosa. And to me, she stands, I gotta say, she stands above those two. And that's mighty to say.
Yeah.
You know, Ripley, Aliens, there were several Aliens films, y'all. With just this one film, I think Furiosa takes it from Ripley.
Wow.
What about y'all?
That's a big statement.
Feel me on that? We're gonna just block her out right now. So yeah, if you haven't seen Mad Max Fury Road, again, plug. We're not getting paid by George Miller or the studio, but we love it.
We're just obsessed.
We are super obsessed.
It needs to fund her cosplay of Furiosa.
Yes.
I'm gonna do a gender bend on that and be furious, and then we need to get some war boys.
Yeah.
When you do
Anybody
that,
wanna be our war
I'll be a
boys?
war boy for you when you do it.
We'll gladly paint you.
I might
in
go
white
back to
paint.
the old school Mad Max that I love.
Then you'll love Fury Road.
I know I will.
You'll love it.
I just haven't gotten around to seeing
What else is going on, y'all? I have Capital Con, which will be coming up, I think, when this video drops that weekend. Come see me at Capital Con. It's a literary con. Doug Jones, who you know as Abe Sapien from Hellboy. He was also the Silver Surfer. Although Lawrence Fishburne did the voice, they changed it up. I wish they would have kept Doug's voice. When it first dropped, I know if y'all remember when the trailer first dropped, it was Doug's voice. He also does a bunch of character roles, great actor. He'll be there. And Coslove, my charity organization, will be there. We'll be talking about that. I'm going to be dressing up as Tina Belcher from Bob's Brothers.
Yes.
I was going to do Gem.
Gender bending.
Because I'm hosting the Crossplay, which is a gender cosplay contest. It's gonna be hilarious. I've never done drag before, but I love Tina Belcher. I get to talk about butts.
Butts.
We got VGU Con coming up. If y'all are gamers, there's SpartaCon coming up.
We're both our next.
Oh, Dragon Con.
Dragon Con. We're getting ready for.
You got some
Dragon
amazing
Con.
cosplays planned for that?
Yes, a whole bunch. I am now using my engineering degree to plan the 13+ costumes I have to make for it.
This girl's insane.
But
Amazing
I have
stuff.
two really big ones that I'm coming out with that I'm very excited. I'm doing Sith Elsa.
Awesome.
Very creepy, very, very scary Sith Elsa. And I am doing from the What If Age of Ultron comic book, Black Widow, when she becomes worthy of the power of the hammer and becomes Thor.
She picks up Meow Meow?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Are
So-
you cosplaying? Well, of course, because you have her as a friend. She's gonna put you into something, I'm sure.
Belle Bredehoft's Crazy Cosplay. She's the mastermind behind both of ours. I will be joining her in I will be Jedi Anna from Frozen, and so I will be attempting to save her with the power of sisterly love.
Nice.
Basically, what's going to happen is I'm going to be running around Dragon Con, chasing her and singing at her, while she's going to be holding her ears.
Oh, I'm just gonna take my little crazy.
I wish I could
Light
see
show.
this. Next year, I have to go to Dragon Con with these folks because it's the cosplay show, and I need to be there. I have to be there.
Well, next year is the big project
So.
for me.
We're gonna do this. Y'all save me a room.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, guys. Before we go, I know Adam Martin, who you know on the show. Come on over here, Adam. We're at Painted Visions.
Oh man,
this
Logan,
week.
number 2, get it!
We're shooting at Painted Visions. Adam Martin. They're
She hasn't
one
seen
of our
Mad
great
Max, get out of
sponsors. He really wants to recommend Old Man Logan #2.
You gotta get it, guys. Old Man Logan's the best book in Secret Wars aside from the main title.
Well, they'll say
Yes.
Deadpool.
I didn't say anything.
Deadpool's not even part of the Secret War. He's part of his own secret
The
war.
secret. Oh yeah, the secret.
Yes.
It's awesome though.
Check out Old Man Logan. Shout out to Painted Visions, our show sponsor, as always. And I also want to send some shout outs to Pop Culture Uncovered. My man Harry over there, they carry us on their website and promote us as well. And to Comic Wow, who are my man Josh Jeppy, Michael Kakala, I'm sorry brother if I messed up your name, Richard Mjolnir, meow meow, over there. Everybody at Comic Wow, they have agreed to help us and promote our stuff on their website. So shout out to Comic Wow. We're just trying to boost the signal on this, man. We want y'all to like us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/NewReleaseWednesday. And subscribe on YouTube. That's youtube.com/NewReleaseWednesday. Any more shout outs? Where can they find you online? Belle Bredehoft's Crazy Cosplay?
Belle Bredehoft's Crazy Cosplay.
Shoot her a like on Facebook. My girl Ashley over at Pop Culture. You don't have
Culture
your
Uncovered.
cosplay site yet?
I don't have a website, but you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at @AJennyMills.
And most of her pictures end up on my website.
I hope they're good pics. Not so.
Oh,
Adam Martin, just Painted Vision.
Yeah, he's fine here at Painted Visions.
He'll give you the great deals. He'll set up your subscriber box. He'll take care of your comic books. Do it right. Keywhole Media Group, as always, on the film. And I'm at Temple Far East, PatrickStrange.com. That has been our episode. New Release Wednesday. Shout out to everybody. We love y'all. Cost love.